Welcome to I'm Good with Money, but weddings cost a fortune. I'm Lauren from My Money's End, where we teach people how to make the most of their everyday money. And today's episode is I'm good with money, but weddings cost a fortune. Yes, weddings are expensive. You only have to look sideways at a wedding and you've spent an extra $10,000. And that's not uncommon for a wedding budget to go over budget by $10,000. So how do you plan a wedding without feeling crazy out of control with spending, without breaking the bank, and without ending up putting everything on the credit card? In this video, we'll address how to make sure you spend what you initially set out to spend while still having an amazing wedding, without missing out on all the things that are most important to you. First of all, some good news. We live in a really great time where there's a lot of freedom and flexibility around weddings, and people's celebration of love can look so different. There are so many things that are up for discussion, and you can make a conscious choice around what's important to include rather than just like a tick the box approach to planning a wedding and including everything that needs to be in it. So whether you spend a couple of $1,000 or whether you spend $100,000, at the end of the day, it's about two people coming together to celebrate their love and commitment to one another. So you want to feel good about the choices that you make to celebrate that day and not just feel like you're doing what you have to do. So the first thing is to get really clear on the things that are most important to you and to the experience that you want your guests to have. Is it the photos? Is it the food? Is it the location? If you work out what you value most, it becomes clear on the other things that are perhaps not as important on the day and belong in the tick the box column of planning a wedding. So what you want to do is spend more money on the things that are most important to you and less or even none on the things that are least important to you. The second thing is to cost it out. Now, this sounds super basic, but it's so important because it's so easy to get excited and start booking things and start buying things and almost getting into a panic about having things a certain way. And it doesn't matter how much it costs, I just want things a certain way. But if you decide as a couple how much you want to spend on your wedding and actually go to the effort of costing everything out, that gives you great clarity and gives you something to stick to in those moments of panic. Of course, you might still go over in some areas, but having that good guide there means you can pull back in other areas if that is the case. So if you get really clear on what's important to you for your special day and actually cost it out, you'll be more likely to come away from your wedding feeling really happy with the choices that you made and without going crazy over budget. If you've got your own tips on how you created an amazing wedding without breaking the bank, let us know your tips in the comments. And if you haven't already, jump on over to mymoneysend.com. If you want to hear about when our next intake opens up, we're only going to be opening up a few times a year. Pop your email in and you'll be the first to hear. Remember, it's not how much you earn, it's what you do with it that really counts. We'll see you next time on I'm Good with Money, but